Hi, listeners. Welcome to our first episode of season 2. I am here with Quinn.
Hey.
I'm Juana. If you're listening to the first time, normally we don't start our episodes like this, but we felt it was necessary to to just speak out about something really quick, before getting into the episode. As many of you know, or if you are unaware, there has been a piece of legislation passed in the state that we live in. It is called the Don't Say Gay Bill, otherwise known as HB 1557. And we just wanted to say formally, as queer people who live in the state of Florida, who have a platform that we can use freely, that we strongly, very, 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 very strongly oppose this ruling and oppose this bill's existence altogether. If you haven't read up on it or if you haven't heard of it, in short, what it basically is saying is that it bans talking and dialogue surrounding LGBT discussions in schools from kindergarten to grade 3, I believe.
Yeah, but it doesn't only limit that. It doesn't limit to that.
Mm-hmm. So it goes beyond that and it goes outside of that, and you can do
But it's
reading.
mostly kindergarten through third grade, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. And you can do further reading to, get all of the details and everything. Of course, we very, very incredibly strongly oppose this bill. Censorship on identity has no space in our classrooms. Homophobia has no space in our classrooms. There is no reason why a second grader who wants to talk about, the trip that him and his dads went on shouldn't be allowed in classroom discussions, whereas, another second grader can freely talk about their mom and dad openly and not get reprimanded for it.
It also mostly bans a lot of gender identity talk, which I know is like controversial because when you're in third grade, it's like, well, how much do you know? But especially for kids with parents who might be transgender or who might be gender nonconforming, this can be extremely toxic because if they talk about how, maybe their dad gave birth to them, that would then be shunned upon when it is just their reality. And that is not cool. And also, we are also aware of a lot of the anti-trans legislation that's been going on.
Happening elsewhere outside of our state.
That's been being proposed or being put into actual law. And yeah, it's extremely messed up, and all of it, affects children that should not have to experience this. And they should be able to play sports and talk about their lives and feel comfortable and have a safe space. And sadly, a lot of these bills that are being proposed or enacted are making it impossible for them to do any of that. And that is extremely not fair and goes against entirely what this country stands for. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. When you censor these identities and when you when you teach these kids that it's not okay to, have gay parents or to be trans, essentially you're teaching them that is not an okay way to live your life, when it in fact is just a reality for people. Again, people don't choose to be gay. Quinn and I didn't wake up one day and we're just like, what would be fun for a little bit of spice? Let's,
I'm gonna be gay now.
Be queer, dude, and be attracted to women. Regardless. In short, homophobia and transphobia have no place in our classrooms. We should link some resources and, some readings about this.
We'll put some stuff in the description of, I guess, YouTube, because if you're listening on Spotify, there's not stuff. We'll make a highlight reel on Instagram about this, and yeah, I hope everyone is safe.
Mm-hmm. These are troubling times, but it's just a matter of time before things are looking up. It's hard to be hopeful in time like this about it. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to talk, and We're gonna be alright, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
good.
alright.
We've gotten... The gay community has gotten through worse than this. We will come out on the other side stronger. So.
Alright, well, without further ado, this is gonna be a hard cut to our cold open. Please enjoy the episode.
Yeah.
We just found it important to mention this. We love you, listeners.
Yep.
Thank you for sticking around with us through this spiel, through our little soapbox. But it's important for us to talk about this.
Yep. Hope the episode brings you some levity
Yes.
after this.
Yes, absolutely. All right, enjoy the episode. Thank you again.
Bye. Oh my god.
Agabagoo. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Let's go. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk?
Who would have thought? Not
me.
God damn it. Cold opens. They are.
Sure are
So-
cold.
Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna fucking kill you. How have we made it this far? How have we made it
you know
this
what?
long
I
and far?
quit. I'm
Nah!
turning this shit-
Listeners, headphone warning, and we're gonna put this at the beginning of the episode. Headphone warning. Juana's loud in this one. Mwah! Welcome back! Welcome, we're gonna say it at the same time. Welcome to Divers and Drivers Season 2! Yay! Wow, boy oh boy!
It's been so long.
It really has been. Holy fuck, it's been forever.
It's been too long, even some would say.
It's been such a long. You know what? It's been a deserved amount of length. Welcome to Divers and Drivers Season 2, Episode 1, the Grabbag Comeback Episode! I am your host, Reverend Lady Juana Moya. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Fun fact about me, I drive the coolest car on the fucking planet.
Why are you yelling?
I'm excited.
Hello, it is me, Lord Reverend Quinn, and my pronouns are they, them, theirs. Let's get this bread.
Fun fact about yourself.
Fun fact about myself. I am 5'5".
Yeah!
I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the Grabbag episode. It's just me. It's just Quinn. Due to various circumstances, Juana cannot be here, sadly. But this is the Grabbag introduction. It is me, your host, Quinn Cologne, they, them, theirs. And, Grabbag. Because life is like a Polaroid camera. It's precious, it's delicate, and it will always help you gather precious memories to store in a box somewhere that you will then forget about until you find said box, and then you open it and you start looking at all the memories and you're like, holy shit, I forgot about all these amazing, beautiful things that happened, and then you'll cry and spend upwards of an hour looking at these pictures. Yes.
Listeners.
Listeners.
It's been a while. It really
been a
has.
hot minute.
Our last episode, it was at the very tail end of 2021. Wow, we're recording this. Should we say when we're recording this?
Yeah, we're recording this
this March 4th.
March 4th of 2022.
Which is, a lot has changed in a little over 2 months.
There's a lot going on right now.
There's so much.
We're not going to get into all of it. That's not what this podcast is about.
Since we did a little, wrap-up episode at the end of 2021, we thought it would be cool to do a little,
Opposite wrap-up?
a little comeback episode
There you go.
for 2022. We looked back at some of our resolutions, and we're going to talk about, accountability. Accountability.
Yes, and we have some, update questions
Just
that
cute
we're
little
going to do
update
later.
questions, just so you get to know the new
The
Quinn
new
and Juana.
Us.
The new
Wow.
us. But before that, Quinn, What's going on today? March 18th, the date of publishing this episode. What's going on?
Gasp! Well, you see,
I'm clutching my pearls.
it is currently, for those who are listening on the actual date of March 18th, it is currently the full moon, and it's also about 2 days away from the spring equinox. How exciting is that?
If for any first-time listeners out there, Quinn and I practice witchcraft.
Yes.
So following the lunar cycles is very important to
And
us.
the cycles of the earth and its seasons.
Absolutely. And we have our own little rituals for each one. So we're just going to be talking about that and some astrology at the beginning of every episode.
Hopefully. Maybe not every. But hopefully a good number of them.
Ideally, most episodes.
Yeah.
That's a promise we can make.
Yeah.
About whatever astrological phenomena is going on.
Yeah.
Cool. So Quinn, take it away. What's this full moon got for us?
Right. So this full moon has my favorite name in the entire world. For those of you who know, it's called the worm moon.
I hate you so
I
much.
love worms beyond belief. When I was little, I used to pick up worms in my hands. I'd be like,
Worms
look, I
are
have
very
worms. Okay, so I am going to talk a little bit about why this moon is called the worm moon. It's not as exciting as some might think.
God damn it.
This name comes from how earthworms appear in spring. You know, stuff's starting to come out of the ground is thawing. Earthworms start to come up to the surface and then get eaten by birds.
Start to what?
Also, Captain Jonathan Carver, apparently,
who's that?
He's an 18th century explorer. I don't know that much about him. I just know that
We do
he
know that he's a
existed.
captain.
But he is one of the reasons that it's also called a worm moon, because around spring, and this is called the worm moon because it's the first full moon closest to spring. And around spring, he would notice that certain beetle larvae that looked like worms were coming out of thawing tree bark. And he was like, that is going to be called the worm moon. And so there you go. Thank you, Jonathan Carver, and thank you, whoever saw earthworms and thought of the worm moon. Obviously, this moon has many other names from Native American tribes. Ones that I've heard is a eagle moon, goose moon, etc., and various other cultures. So if it's not called a worm moon, if you don't consider it called a worm moon, that's just a name for it that, people have. It is the last full moon of the winter season, so take advantage of that. I don't know what that means to you, but it's the last full moon of the winter season.
It could be like, since it's the last one of the winter season, full moons usually are a time to like
release.
So it's the last
Release
one. You're
whatever
inviting
you're
in a
leaving.
new cycle.
Yeah, release whatever you're getting out of for the winter season. Release whatever you want gone. So the moon is in Virgo, which kind of means it's going to have a culmination and promise of fulfillment for what was started on the new moon. Of course, that is just the general full moon thing. And it's also a time for romance, emotions, and relationships. Going a bit more into what that means, coupled with the sun being in Pisces, which it is right now, Pisces season, yay, let's go. This full moon calls on us to find balance in daily routines, as well as physical health, and the need for order and spiritual health. So basically, it's just express yourself with discretion. Don't be too much. Don't be too much now. But it's healthy to express yourself. So if you have a place to do it, do it. If you don't have a place to do it in your journal.
Oh my god, I just realized. It's Pisces season. That's my moon. And the full moon is in your moon. It's in Virgo.
That's so beautiful.
So let the energy guide you for this for this full moon cycle.
Yay!
Use your imagination,
Listen.
but practically speaking.
Yeah, and listen to your intuition. Now is a good time because Pisces is very much, water signs. Very much listen to your intuition. Very much like have your moment.
Listen to
Have
your emotions.
moment. Sit down under a tree. Meditate with crystals all over your body. Sit down. Feel the energy in the ground. Get your feet wet. Stand in the rain.
The rain has healing energy.
That's very much the vibes for this current time. Now let's transition into talking about the spring equinox. Yay, something I'm very excited for because it is on a Sunday, my boys.
What are
which
we
means
planning?
I will have time to celebrate it. This is also called the vernal equinox, and it is seen by most as like the beginning of the seasonal cycle, even though there never really is a beginning or an end. It all just keeps happening. But, spring seems like after death and winter, quote unquote, spring is like new life.
Rebirth.
So, exactly. So, obviously, it's associated with new beginnings, sowing seeds, also childhood, also Jesus, if you're into Jesus. Springtime is Jesus.
The spring of your life.
Exactly.
Youth.
It's a time for making plans, planning ahead, planting seeds for the future. And so, yeah, I'm just going to list some things that I think would be fun to do for the spring equinox.
Also, it's no coincidence. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It's no coincidence that spring cleaning time also happens here. Spiritually speaking, it's historically been used to get all of the stagnant energy out of your home to make room for,
whatever's coming
new
in
things to grow and to present themselves, if you will.
Yeah. So, some things I have to do for the spring equinox: do a spring equinox meditation, or any type of meditation that connects you to the earth or your future goals. This includes praying if you want, if praying is your thing. Make a prosperity spell, could be any kind of spell, money bowl, candle magic, etc. Plan and begin new manifestations you have for the coming.
I love manifestation. I'm the manifestation bitch. We had a whole episode on it.
Yeah, we did. One of my favorite ideas is plant something that you connect to a goal that you have and take care of that plant as you work towards your goal. Great idea as you nurse the plant. So will your goal mission be nursed, and you'll be able to get that side quest out of the way. We have make Easter eggs, which are fun. You could put literally anything on them. If you're a witchy guy, you could put runes, you could put sigils, etc. Whatever you want. Make Easter eggs. Go crazy. Another idea is bake something and offer some of what you bake to the earth. Eat it with intention of fulfilling a goal, something like that. Do some journaling about the future.
Woo!
Great day
Journaling!
to do journaling about the future.
Love journaling. Journaling girl over here.
And then do a ritual to commemorate the ending of winter. And those are all the ideas that I could think of.
I like that a lot.
If you have any other ideas, go ahead and do that. Share it with us. I would love to hear what you do for the spring equinox. So yeah, I'm excited for the full moon and the spring equinox.
Woo!
Hopefully I'm not too busy to celebrate both.
Talking about new beginnings and inviting new things into our life. Quinn, how have your resolutions been?
I don't know. Let's take a look. So last episode, which was a while ago, we talked a bit about resolutions and goals for the future. So each of us have some of the resolutions that we did. And so we're going to go ahead and go over some of those.
We listened back to that episode. It was very funny, actually, because a part of New Year's that I love is like finding your old resolutions and being like, oh, did this age poorly?
Yeah.
And like for the most part, we still want to do everything, right? It's not like, I'm going to go to space this year, and we were like, oh no, what the fuck? But we had some small resolutions that we've fulfilled and some that we are in the process of fulfilling and such, which is nice. So for starters, both of us said we wanted to journal more. Quinn, how's that been going?
I've been trying.
That is very true.
I am a very busy man. As people who know me know.
Yep. It's actually funny how busy you are.
I get home and I'm like, I am going to collapse onto my bed. So that is mostly what I've been doing. But every so often, usually around weekends, I journal, and I definitely try to journal whenever there's a big lunar event. If it's a lunar event during the week, I try and journal on the weekend about it. Just to make sure I do something for it.
That makes sense.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I've been journaling about the same, not consistently every day as much as I would like to, but I've been in an upswing of it.
Period.
Again, because boy oh boy, did midterm season really, did it really eat my fucking ass, bro. Holy shit. I've been writing too. I've been just, general publications and stuff. Published a new article under a new magazine, which is very nice. For those of you who don't know, I publish under a few magazines. Like, small student-led digital magazines. But it's fun, And I published under one that I've been really wanting to do, which has been nice. But journaling, gotta do more of that.
It's hard, man.
It is tough. Keeping up consistent habits that are good for you and your brain? Wow. Who would have thought?
A resolution that I had was to read more. I guess it's not wrong, because I have been reading a lot of plays.
It's been a lot of plays. You and that fucking Chekhov book.
What I love Chekhov. Reading more, I think at the time I was thinking about, like, narrative books and not plays. But
both count.
Yeah, exactly. At the point in my life where I'm at, I don't know why I wasn't thinking about I wasn't thinking about plays, I mean. But now at the time where I'm at, I just be reading a lot of plays. I'm probably gonna try and finish a play tonight. If I have time.
Hell yeah. I love that for you. I have been reading a lot. Oh my god, my independent study assigned me like 3 books to read over the break. As a reader and as a writer, I often fall into this stupid fucking trap where I'm like, here's a book that I like. I should buy it. Despite the books that I'm already reading and despite all of the unread books in my library.
Oh, that's me.
I started reading 2 days ago, The Midnight Library. I forget what the author's name is, but it's like a pretty recent book. It came out in 2020. The dedication is literally like to all of the healthcare workers, which I think is really sweet, and I'm really enjoying it. But my copy of How the Garcia Girls Lost Their Accents, my copy of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, my copy of The Monk, my copy of Borderlands are all staring at me. So that's how we've been doing in terms of reading. Bro, all I ever do is read. It's almost like I signed up for it, being a literature major. Oh well, at least I'm sexy. And it's come up in therapy, and I say this in the last episode, but it is very important for me to take dedicated rest. And during midterm season, I was very, 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 very much neglecting that. And, I felt it. You could feel it. It was bad. It was really bad. My mental health took a little... I'm back now. I'm back at the baseline mental health, which is good. But as of late, I've really been trying to, manage my time, read what I need to read, but also just do things for myself with no other reason than to do it for myself.
Period.
And this is a really I'm going to put myself on blast right now. I work on the weekends, almost every weekend, for both days. And I work really long hours sometimes. Usually, my longest hours have been 13 a day. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's just me on the shift, right? And there have been times when on those really long shifts, I just wouldn't eat at all.
Yeah. Right?
Or I would feel really bad about eating on shift. And then as of late, and this is literally the bare minimum that you could be doing. As of late, I have been taking time. I've been asking other people to watch my little booth or whatever, and I've been taking time to go get myself food. And, the little capitalist worm in my brain, every time I do this is no, you need to be back at work. You're losing money. And I'm like, no. And I said this to myself in my brain as I was going to get, an empanada or some shit. I was like, no amount of money on the job is worth me starving myself.
Yep.
And I've been doing a lot better with that. And I'm very proud of myself. Period. I think it's very good for me. I have been eating 3 meals a day, and I've been, working towards that. Not because, I would stop myself, but because I just genuinely forget.
You would forget, yeah.
I would be on campus and I'd be like, I haven't eaten since 7 a.m. Oh god, it's 6 p.m.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, we've all been there.
So that's what I mean. I've been taking dedicated moments to go take care of myself, even though, all of this capitalist brainwashing tells me that I could be being productive, but taking care of yourself and making sure you eat and you rest is productive.
It's super productive.
Because you don't want to be running on fumes all the time.
Productivity does not mean how much money it makes or how much it does for other people. productivity is how it benefits you.
Mm-hmm. But beyond that, outside of just me taking baseline care of myself for once in my life, I've been going on walks. I've been like taking little 10-minute walks.
Oh, I love walks.
Just to get out of my room and breathe some fresh air. Doing some yoga. I started playing the ukulele again, which is me indulging my inner child because middle school me was obsessed. Everybody was obsessed with the ukulele back in middle school. But I actually stick with it. And I play it every now and again. I don't play it around people because they're like, oh, you play ukulele. And I'm like...
No,
and also, I got that stage fright. I don't like playing in front of people anyways.
That's fair.
And then again, just reading books that aren't for school is also me doing that, indulging myself a little bit. So I've been very proud of myself in those terms as of late. I think I've been making good on that New Year's resolution. Since we talked about what we wanted to do in 2022, let's just talk about how we've changed as people since 2021, because that happens when you're not paying attention.
Okay, so I just have about 10 questions here that some are quick answers, some are more complicated ones. And we're just gonna go through them. I came up with them myself. I'm very proud of it. Question number 1. What songs are we listening to right now? You can start.
Me? Okay, so I actually think it could be good for me because what I've been doing since last year, I think around the same time that we started the podcast, is I've been making monthly playlists of new music that I discovered during that month. So the one that I just completed was my February playlist, my February favorites. In February, I got really into Billie Holiday. Like crazy into Billie Holiday. Because, oh my god, her voice is just...
She makes good music.
Gorgeous. I started listening to Hayloft 2.
Period.
I'm really loving the Hayloft extended universe. Thank you, Mother. I started listening to this one French song that I'm not going to pronounce here. I've had enough of the French, frankly.
Oh my
god. And I started listening to Blur's self-titled album. I told my dad about this, and he's like, damn it, Juana, you listen to Green Day and Blur, but not Nirvana. And I was like, God fucking damn it! I'm trying to avoid stereotypes. I know I look like I listen to Nirvana, but I don't. Started listening to a lot of Dashboard Confessional, because When We Were Young Fest just got announced, and I really wanted to go to that, but I won't.
Because it's weird. It's sketch.
It is sketch. So, I will name top 3 favorite songs at the moment. Because they just scratch my brain in a very particular way. Same Suit, Different Tie by The Maine. Nice, cute little alt-rock, pop-punk kind of thing going on. Dangerous Blues by The Young Vanes.
Period.
Really loving that one. And then, The Sky is a Bed by, I'll tell you right now. No, it's not The Sky is a Bed. It's just Sky is a Bed by The Humble Cheaters.
Love that.
I don't know what it is about that song that raises my vibration every time I listen to it, but it's a song that you can vibe to, but also, like, take a nap to. Like, it's perfect. It's very cozy, but it's also very, like, springtime, summertime vibes. Those are my favorite songs at the moment. That's just it for me, I think.
Perfect. I've gotten really into the artist Nick Lutsko, or Lutsko. I don't really know how to say his last name. But I have been loving his music. He's great. He has a political album that I don't remember what it's called right now, but it's really fucking funny. And I really appreciate his music, and I think he's a great artist, and he's good at juxtaposing his comedy side and then his actual, like, oh, this has, like, not the political comedy doesn't have substance, but you know what I mean. There's a difference between comedy music and then, like, this is an album with all these, metaphors and shit. And so that, and I've really liked the song Oak Trees by, I don't remember who. I'm really bad at remembering artists. But fair. Oak Trees, it's really popular on social media right now. I've also been getting more into Venezuelan music.
Woo! Oh,
Woo, yay. Mostly Venezuelan rock. Juana introduced me to Honeybee by Steam Powered Giraffe, and I have been listening to it very often, and it is now a song that I strongly associate. There are 2 songs that I associate with Juana Moya. Dayglow's Can I Call You Tonight? And Honeybee by Steam Powered Giraffe. I've also been really into Blow My Brains Out by the artist Tickle Me, and today I realized how much I really loved Primavera by Ludovico something. He's a French guy, I think. And I can't pronounce his last name, but it ends in I believe Audi, because it's spelled Audi. Ein Audi. But I love that song. It's very good. It was in a movie called The Reader with Kate Winslet. I haven't seen it, but apparently it's really good. Yeah, those are my songs. Okay. Next question is, have we discovered something new that we enjoy? Meaning a book, a hobby, TV show, etc. Anything. If not, you don't have to answer this.
Something I rediscovered that I really like. I keep clapping, don't know why. Something I rediscovered that I really like is wearing bandanas.
Period.
I bought myself cute little crocheted bandanas. I need to go pick one up because I left one in my friend's car. But I think they look very cute and I really like them. And that's what I am enjoying that I discovered.
I love
this month.
This so far. The first 3 months of like 2022.
Yep.
Something new that I enjoy? I don't think so. I haven't
how
seen.
You picked this and neither of us.
I know. I haven't seen any new TV shows. I haven't had time to watch. Well, no. I was gonna say Sex Education or The Witcher, but I started watching that in 2021 technically.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, I've found a newfound love for theater, if that counts.
Oh, I know. Something I discovered about myself that I am enjoying is going to concerts alone.
Period.
I went to my first concert alone as a woman in 2022. It was for, I don't know how, but they found me one of my favorite bands. Delightful. I also wanted to say that one of my favorite songs was their cover of Is This It by The Strokes during the concert. And yes, I was very nervous because doing anything alone as a woman has, risk to it. But I like, after the fact, like, I took all of the precautions, of course, but after the fact, I felt really fucking good. I was like, damn, I did this alone.
Period.
And I made friends. And I still talk to one of the people that, I met then. So, frankly, I want to do more of that. Like, I want to go to more events and concerts and cool things by myself. Because it's incredibly fun, and I was just there enjoying myself, like I would have loved it if you were there. Like, don't get 100%, but I think I'm just as happy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's good to learn to do things that you find fun yourself, right? Like, don't wait for other people to do stuff you enjoy. Is basically that lesson. Okay. Good question. Next one is a little bit more loaded. It says, what character development have we gone through so far, if any? So far, character development, I guess today I addressed a behavior that I saw that I did not enjoy in a group chat. I addressed behavior that I thought was annoying and a little bit toxic in a group chat today. So that, I guess, addressing behavior that I dislike. I've also developed, I think I'm getting better at working at time management because I have had to. So that is great. What else? That's all I can think of right now.
The character development that I've been experiencing as of late, and that I think I've been doing pretty good at, is just, I think I mentioned this in an episode beforehand, but my catchphrase for, 2021, and, like, especially the second half of 2021, is when people tell you something is to believe them, in communication, right? And the mindset that I had around this was, like, specifically in terms of, like, romantic relationships and in, like, professional settings, or if somebody tells you something, you believe them. And you don't argue them on it because that's just a waste of your time and theirs, and frankly a waste of your own energy, right? But I've been taking that recently to mean, like, with my friends. When they tell me something about myself or how they view me or how they perceive me, I believe them. Because you guys are my friends. And, especially in terms of compliments, I'm trying to get better at taking genuine, beyond surface level compliments from my friends. Like, earlier I was saying that I published to a new magazine, and it was an incredibly heartfelt piece.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very proud of it. I think it's one of the best things that I've written.
It's really beautiful.
It's one of the scariest things that I've written. Thank you. And with my friends, I sent it to them, and then 2 of them told me that they started, like, tearing up because of it. And my first reaction genuinely was to not believe them, because I was like, there is no way that me as a writer, I have the skill to move somebody to that emotion. And it is still difficult for me, especially, like, in terms of writing, since, I'm still pretty new at it, and I've basically, like, taught myself how to do it, you know? But, like, when my friends tell me, like, oh, you're actually, like, a cool person, or, like, you're a good friend, or, you're interesting and, smart and a good writer, it's, it's tough. It is difficult for me, but I'm trying to just, like, accept that and internalize it, like, oh, maybe Juana isn't just a pile of jokes with shoes on or whatever, And it's actually been really good for me. Like,
that's good.
It's been, because I mentioned before, my self-esteem not too long ago took a little, I took a little, I got nervous. But then I started listening to people who actually know me and love me. And I'm like, maybe I can start believing them. Maybe I can start trusting them in these terms. And it's only, like, made my general day and experience being a human on this earth just happier. And, like, this is nice to hear, My love language is words of affirmation, and I need to start accepting that from my friends.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Next question.
Next question is also kind of big. It goes, have you done anything you've regretted yet?
No.
Doesn't have to be a big regret.
No.
No.
Well, just being a little bit passive aggressive when I didn't need to be, in terms of driving, and also in terms of other people.
Yeah, that's fair.
But other than that, no. I've never been a person who regrets a lot of things.
Me neither.
I whenever I do something, I, like, do it with my whole chest, and even if it is a decision that does take me a while to get to, I'm usually, like, I plant myself in that decision, and I'm like, hey, this is what I chose. Why dwell on it? You know? I was gonna say, like, I kind of regret mistakes, but even then, I don't regret mistakes, because you don't intentionally make mistakes, so there's no room for regret.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. Like, when I say, like, nothing really comes to mind, but there's a whole rest of the year. Who knows? We could do anything. Next question is, have you made any new friends, and what about enemies?
I have made new friends. Like I said before, the concert people that I met, super sweet. New enemies? Depends on how I'm feeling. Frankly, like, if somebody... I haven't made a new enemy, but I have, decided that I don't like someone pretty recently. Yeah. After trying to be friends with them, I've been like, I don't know. I don't dig your vibe anymore, dude. Sorry.
And that is
valid. But no. I don't do enemies, because frankly, I have better ways to spend my time and energy. I wish I had an enemy, though. Do you know how exciting that would be? Oh, wait. I have made a new friend this past
one
semester.
From the concert?
No.
Oh.
Just from my classes, and I adore her and I love her. A Scorpio that I actually get along with. She's such a delight. Like, I'm obsessed with her, genuinely.
Period.
Hey, yo, if you're listening, this is about you.
New friends, I would say so. I mean, it's complicated, but there's a lot of more people at school that I've been talking to more, and I did spend an entire, like, 2 months working fairly closely with one of my classmates, and she's, yeah, stage manager and assistant stage manager, and she is a great person, and working with her was amazing. And yeah, I've just been getting closer with more people at school, which I think is great always.
It is good. I like to see it.
So yeah. So next question is, do we have any new body modifications, and what about just general lifestyle changes?
Yes! Yes, I do! Yes, I do! Back in January? Yes, January. The very beginning of January. I got a new tattoo!
Yay!
And it's my, oh god, I love it so much. Every time I get a new tattoo.
So pretty.
Every time I get a new tattoo, I'm like, this is my favorite tattoo. But yes, it's a little butterfly on my, you know, like, right before my forearm starts on, like, you know, what, like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you know, like, the in the crook of your elbow.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I love it. It's one that I've been wanting for a little while. It is, it's a little bit basic, but I love it. It's a little monarch butterfly because, I used to see monarchs a lot in my mom's old garden when I used to live with her. And also, monarchs are a Floridian, you know, they are native to Florida.
Yeah.
They do the whole migration and everything. And so, and in my elementary school, we had a little butterfly garden where there would be, like, a lot of, you know, monarchs and stuff like that. So it's, like, you know, childhood. It's my home. Miami is my home. I want to put that there on my arm.
Her.
It's gorgeous. Her name is Louise, and she's evil. She protects me from any wrongdoings in my life, but she's evil to the person who does me wrong. So that's why I say that she's evil. In terms of, you know,
lifestyle changes?
Lifestyle changes, I'm going to the gym with, like, 3 different sets of people. Starting this week, actually. Like, I'm super stoked about it. I'm gonna start going on runs with my dad, which we are very excited about. I started coaching theater again, which is very fun. I like being an audition coach for young people. I think it's very fun. My student that I have right now is crazy driven, and she actually wants to do the work, which is, you know, like, when you're teaching, like, 5th graders how to do theater, like, they're passionate and they want to do it, but you have to, like, get them back on track every now and again because they are young, they are children, so that makes sense. But she's a little bit older, so, you know, and she loves to do the work, and she's picking up stuff, like, super quick. I'm super proud of her. Like, I just had a session earlier. Beyond that, I've been doing pretty chill.
I have 0 body modifications that I've gotten this year. I hope to get some this year, but, you know, we'll see if it's in the cards or not. I'm not dying to get it, to make it happen. Lifestyle changes. I know. Lifestyle changes. I've just been trying to move more. Recently, I've started using my this stationary bike we have. Yes, when reading plays, because it, one, helps you get it into your body, which is, like, the most important thing about doing a play or reading a play. It helps you understand it more, and also it's just good for moving around. So there's that. Lifestyle changes. I've started stage managing and doing a lot of behind the scenes work, which it was never something that I really thought I was gonna end up doing. But I am stage managing 2 shows this semester. I am going to be wardrobe managing again. It's going to be crazy, going to be fun. And yeah, I started reusing my planner. It's turned out to be very helpful. Because,
you're going to get back on top of that.
Journaling! It helps me a lot. It's helped me a lot recently because I have so much to do and so little time to, like, actually sit there and think about what I have to do. So I get to plan the next day ahead. And then I don't have to think about what should I do next when I can just look at my planner and be like, oh, I'm going to do this. So that's that. Okay, so next question is, have you found any new favorite foods? I have not.
Not a new favorite food, but along with taking dedicated rest, I've been doing that through the lens of my inner child, right? So with what I was saying earlier about playing the ukulele, I have been getting in touch with I've been visiting these two Argentinian places that I loved as a kid, that I absolutely adored as a kid. Places I haven't been to in years, right? And like I had no reason to not go. I mean, it's not like I moved away and it's always been like a 20-minute, 30-minute drive from where I live at all times. And I've been going there and I've been taking people there to like share my favorite treats and snacks with me. I had dinner with my dad at one of these restaurants, and I ordered the same meal that I ordered when I was like 8, 9 for the first time since then, and it was amazing. So it's not really, me discovering a new food that I like. It's more of just me rediscovering foods that I love.
Yeah.
Just a lot of Argentinian foods. Like I made gnocchis with my mom the other night, which was super simple, and I think we could easily make vegan ones here. Which was incredible and amazing, and I loved it, and I want to get into, cooking Argentinian foods.
I want to get into cooking Venezuelan food.
Because, they are foods that I do love, and, it's very homey for me.
Yeah.
So, yes, those are foods that I rediscovered that I adore. Facturas, medialunas, libritos. Amazing, and I love them very much. And I want you to have some, but they're not vegan because Argentinians don't believe in veganism.
Neither do Venezuelans.
It's very funny.
That's why we gotta work on it. I guess I've rekindled my love for boba.
Yeah.
I have rediscovered how, like, literally, I understand when people were like, I am going into debt because of boba, because I had boba again for the first time, not super recently, but kind of recently, because sometimes if I forget food at school, I have to then order food. And there's this one place that I definitely know has vegan food. So it's kind of like my safe restaurant that I order from downtown, even though it's a little more on the pricey side. And like, I don't like spending a lot of money, but which is why this happens every like few weeks. If I forget food. But there was one day where I forgot food, and then I got this vegan bowl with a boba, and the boba they make, the boba tea, is completely vegan, which is another reason I like that place. And I had it, and I was like, holy shit, this is delicious. So yeah, I guess boba.
Boba. Boba in Spanish means dumb, but in reference to a girl. Bobo is in reference to a boy because obviously everything is gendered in Spanish, which is actually problematic for a lot of different reasons. But it's okay, whatever.
So with the next question we have 3 questions left. Next question we have is, what is a belief/idea that has shifted or changed so far?
This entire semester for me has been, because we did start a new semester in January, has been very much like, literally nothing that you believe is real. Nothing. Oh yeah. Nothing is real. And like, as a joke, I used to believe that, like, yeah, nothing is real, like, whatever. But genuinely, like, if you break down the concepts and everything like that, like, none of it is like, it's not real. This is the best way that I can put it. And this is, like, I've conversations I've had in my classes. Ideologies are not real. Like, systems of power are not real, but we put them in, they become material through our practices. Yeah. So, kindness is not real until I, just happen to bring you a snack that you like without you even knowing, not because you asked, but because I want to, right? That's kindness, and that is material, right? This whole semester has been fucking my mind up. Oh yeah. And I love it. It's very much like, it's been challenging a lot of my own beliefs, and I feel incredibly passionate, and I love my classes, I love my professors, I love studying what I do. And the other belief that has totally demolished me is that there is no objective and subjective, because you can't remove yourself from subjectivity ever. You are always a subject and will be subject to different things, and you subject yourself to different things. There is no separation, therefore there is no objectivity. When you watch a movie and you go, this is objectively good because XYZ, who told you it was objectively good? Who made those rules? Somebody did, therefore it is not real, therefore there is no objective. That's the shit that has been fucking up my mind as of late. Holy fuck! Nothing we know is real, and I love it. And I love it!
I mean, for me, this semester so far has just been basically like, I mean, this semester and last semester, but, I mean, this semester doing Chekhov, it's been just, like, crazy looking back at 1800s Russian playwrights and seeing how that reflects with society now and whatever, how common it is. And now it's like, I wake up and I literally see theater and everything, like it's starting to happen. Like I wake up and I'm like, the sun coming through the window, it's just like the moonlight in the seagull when Nina was looking, you know what I mean? Like it's a problem, and well, it's not a problem, but you know, it's just something that has never happened before. And also in my acting class, we've been doing a good amount of like ancestor work, which has been challenging for me because I mean my family just doesn't talk about ancestors or stories about grandparents or stuff like that. So now it's been a struggle for me. I'm trying to like wedge my way into understanding like past stories and ancestors and learning about my own culture because it's you know a story that needs to be told. So that's the biggest thing for me.
Yep, my family's the same. Also, you know, immigrant trauma.
Yes.
It's
it's a big thing.
Real. Holy
they
fuck.
don't want to talk about anything. Yeah. Okay. So next question is, have you cried so far this year? If so, how many times?
Yes. Barely crying. I've gotten teary-eyed a lot at really nice things. I did cry. I had to, I lost a friend. They didn't die. I friendship broke up with someone, in January. And it was really tough for me because I had to make that call because, you know, they weren't suiting my needs in the friendship or whatever. And, you know, and then I took a drive afterwards and I put on some sad music and I forced myself to cry so I can, you know, I could feel it out, and I could do that. And then when my mental health took a little, I didn't super cry, but I, you know, like 3 tears might have rolled down my face.
Period.
But other than that, no, not very many. Which, you know, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good either way. Don't cry or cry. Just express your emotions.
Express your
in
emotions.
a good way.
Yeah, that you need.
Yeah. But what about you, Quinn? Have you cried this year? Have you
I
cried
haven't
ever, Quinn?
No, actually.
Wow, who would have thought?
I was gonna say I haven't cried much this year, you bitch. You total colossal asshole.
Holy shit. Maybe I'm the asshole.
Yeah.
/am I the asshole? You're the asshole. YTA, dude.
Maybe it's been 1 or 2 times. I don't remember if that was this. I think it was this year. I think it was in January or something like that. I had like a big mental breakdown during one of the full moons. I think it was really early on. And I'm just very good at mentally breaking down quietly.
You are, because this is the first time I hear about it.
Juana was none the wiser.
What the fuck,
And it was so funny, because I was literally there, and I was like, ah! And then I would stop, and I'd be like, it would be so funny if Juana saw me like this, and then it changed everything.
I hate you so much.
It was so funny.
The amount of times Quinn has seen me cry versus the amount of times I've seen Quinn cry is like a 20-to-1 ratio.
I don't feel like bothering other people with my own problems. So yeah, that was a big thing that happened. It literally lasted like 45 minutes maybe. And
holy fuck.
Yeah.
My cries this year have been like 15 minutes or less.
Damn, ain't you lucky.
Ain't you lucky.
Okay, so I think that was about the only time, because the only other time I could think of was technically in December of 2021, and it was when I watched Princess Mononoke. And if I
That's
watch
fair.
it again, I'm probably gonna cry again.
That's fair. Last question.
So, last
Make it a
question,
juicy
final
one.
question is, how many people have you said "I love you" to this year,
So
and
many.
has it been anyone new?
Yes.
I love that.
The friend that I was talking about earlier, the Scorpio, I do love her. She's a sweetheart, and makes me laugh like nobody. The only reason I haven't dropped out. And then I got a lot closer to a friend that I met in December, who was actually one of the people that I went on the trip with. I do love her very much. I like saying I love you to new friends. I think it's very sweet and very fun. I enjoy it.
I've said I love you to a lot of people because I genuinely do love everyone
Yes.
that I go to school with. I've said I love you to new people, as in like people I hadn't worked with before, mostly upperclassmen, because I started stage managing. And so I got to just interact with them more, and so I got to say I love you to them, you know what I mean? And they're all genuinely so talented and like really just spectacular people. So it's been fun getting to know them, and I guess say I love you to them for the first time. And at the end of ragtime, they all gave me a card, and it was very cute. And
I did
sobbing
see.
and crying.
It's very cute. I've said I love you
yeah.
to a lot of new animals this year, which is very good. I saw a dog earlier today. The student that I coach, they have an 8-month-old golden lab.
Oh my god.
So it's a big boy dog, but acts like a puppy because he is.
Terrifying moment.
Terrifying moment, but he's so sweet and oh my goodness, he put his belly up and it was so sweet. I love that dog. And I said I love you. And a lot of campus cats. And I saw a cat on my trip the other day. Love that cat. And it was very nice. And I saw some birds on that trip. Love those birds. Yeah, love a lot of animals. I love animals.
And plants. Anyway.
Wow!
Those are all the questions we have.
Those are all the questions we have.
That's the episode.
I love us. Anyways,
yeah.
I hope, listeners, that this year has been treating you well so far, even in the midst of everything. Before we wrap up, we gotta start the new Zodiac cycle.
So you start. It's Pisces season right now. So give all the Pisces right now a, what's it called? Horoscope.
Pisces! God, I love you. I love you. I've got a Pisces moon. I feel that. I feel that in you. I feel that creativity and that intuition and, that dreaminess that Pisces have. I feel it. It's within us. It's within you a little bit more because I'm very, full force about it because, I got that Sagittarius and that Aries rising. But Pisces, I love you, my loves, my darlings. My baby doves.
So what's their
my
horoscope?
Suns, my moons.
What's the damn horoscope?
You need... Yes, while all of this dreaminess is happening, you can't just do the dreaminess. You gotta follow through. You gotta follow through with your dreaminess. So you can make that romantic main character moment a reality. Dreaming it will only take you so far. It does take discipline and it does take action to pursue that. And I know that water signs are very, go with the motions of the feelings and they do whatever, they listen to their feelings a lot, but you gotta put a little bit of fire under that ass. You boiling water is such a weapon. You can hurt so many people with boiling water. So you light a little bit of fire under that ass and man, you could be the next bitch on walking down the catwalk at New York Fashion Week. Or you could be studying in that little Parisian cafe. Or you could be, on your little moped in the Italian countryside. Or, you could be hiking through Yellowstone Park and, being your little granola girl bitch, Whatever dream that you have, you could do van life. Whatever dream, Pisces, that you have. It can become a reality. It doesn't just need to stay in your head, and I know you like staying in your head because it's comfy and it's cozy up there, and it's safe. But you gotta cross those boundaries, and you gotta make that a reality. Because I love you, and I want what's best for you. But it can't just exist within you, it has to exist outside of you. Love you, Pisces. Y'all are genuinely some of my favorite signs. I love Pisces.
I guess I'll do Aries.
Yes, you do Aries. It better be a good one. 'Cause I got that Aries rising, and I will fight on behalf of any Aries.
See, I was gonna say, maybe stop fighting all the time. I was literally gonna say,
oh shit,
let's relax. You don't need to choose violence every day. It's okay if you don't. It's okay. You need to learn how to relax.
No.
You need to learn how to relax. My Aries friends, it's almost your time. It's almost your time. It isn't.
It will
Their
be your
season is March 21st. It's the day after the spring equinox. But it's important to be driven and be, want to go out there, want to do this, but it's also important to remember to like take your time. Let yourself relax a little bit, like you don't have to be this big raging fire all the time. Let the fire die down a bit and then feed it as you need. Because if you're just going and going, you will never take time to see the beautiful small things around you. You'll never take time to plan out your next move. You'll just be going through stuff, or you'll be hopping from project to project, and you won't be following through on one of the things that you really want to do, because you'll get distracted by the next thing, and it'll be like California and the forest fires. It'll just be like, oh God.
Wildfires. You have a wildfire, it's raging, it's powerful, it's crazy, but once it dies down, the forest can grow back more beautifully.
Exactly. You need the forest to grow back to stay alive. And with that,
That's long enough.
That's the
enough.
Episode.
You know
this
what,
is
you
a
guys,
long
that's
ass
enough.
episode.
That's genuinely.
We're not making any more episodes.
You guys don't need any more, frankly.
This is our only episode for season 2.
Yeah, we're quitting the podcast after this.
We're not even gonna upload this.
No, not even.
We recorded it, and now we're not gonna do anything with it.
Yeah. So what the fuck are you doing?
How did you
Spotify
start listening
or
to
YouTube
this?
or whatever?
What the hell has happened?
What is wrong with you?
Anyway, thank you for listening so
Thank
much.
you for listening, dear listeners, even though we just told you to fuck off.
Yeah. Don't do that.
No, we
Actually,
love you so much.
thank
Stick
you
around.
so much.
Maybe show this to a friend.
We
Listen
wouldn't,
to it together.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here without you. The questions that we asked are going to be up somewhere, probably on the Instagram at some point.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make a playlist of all the songs that we've been listening to, so
Yes,
if you want to LARP us for a second.
LARPing Quinn and Juana from the Divers and Drivers podcast? Bro.
So yeah, you can go ahead and do
Listen
that.
to those.
And yes.
Without further ado, my dear listeners, good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon. Happy Friday. Happy whenever it is that you're listening to.
Yeah, happy full moon if you're listening on the 18th.
Yes.
And happy almost spring equinox.
We hope that your year has been nothing but kind to you thus far, and if it hasn't, we hope that it will be a little bit more kind to you in the coming days, weeks, months, years.
You deserve it.
You do. And with that being said, dear listeners, we bid you good night. Goodbye. Bye.